Hey everybody, Scott here for the Helix channel. It's Tuesday, and I hope everyone had a nice Christmas yesterday. Mine was very relaxing, although I was sick still. I'm still sick. I'm just going to try and drag this out all the way to New Year's. I can do it. I feel it. Ugh. Anyway, today and for the rest of the week, it's going to be Freeset Friday all week long because it's Christmas week. It's a holiday week. So all of these will be available on my website, and except for tomorrow. Tomorrow will be a traditional Name That Riff. So it'll be a free preset for one person, or 4 people, wherever I post it. Shall we? Yes, today I got a request from, I don't know who. I couldn't tell you. I have a really awesome memory. But what I'm doing is I'm combining some of the new amps, some of the new amp models from version firmware 2.30. And I've got the Train Wreck and the Voltage Queen. I'm calling this one Train King because it's got those two and the new Kinky Boost. So I'm using all new stuff, except for the delay and the reverbs. And the IRs, they're all the same stuff. The old stuff. My favorites. And what we're going to do is combine them and have a cleanish sound, a crunchy sound, and a heavy sound. Press the expression forward on any of the snapshots and you get a lead sound. Pretty sweet, eh? Let's go over to the Helix and I'll show you what's up. Okie doke, let's go and check out what's going on with this sucker I have. Let's go over to, there's 3 snapshots, you can't see them. Cleanish, crunchy, and heavy. And on the cleanish, the gate is high. On the crunchy, the gate comes down a little bit further, and even further for the heavy. So it, you know, gates more as we go. And also you'll notice that the Kinky Boost only comes on for the crunchy and the heavy. You know, I mean, come on. Pretty simple shit. LA Studio Comp, a lot less than my normal. I'm trying to get away from doing a lot of too much compression. It tends to squeeze away some dynamics, and I'm noticing as I prepare for my one-man band gig that I want more dynamics because I need to have that. I need to have as much touch sensitivity as I possibly can. So I'm reducing the amount of compression by tons. So there's really not much of it there at all at this point, which is great in the overall sense. A little bit of pitch shifting, and the pitch shift changes as it goes up as well. Becomes less and less. Let's dial this back to about 30 for the, what do you say, for the crunchy? Save it. And so Kinky Boost is happening. On the cleanish, it's not doing anything. On the crunchy, it's there, and then on the heavy, it goes up quite a bit. When you push the expression pedal forward, the boost comes on. That's kind of cool. It's a super simple thing to do. I don't know if anyone has ever has explained this to you or not. I assume most of you know it, but hit the menu button up here, controller assign, and then scroll to the parameter you want to change. I'm using expression pedal 2 because that's the default, and then the minimum value is off, the maximum is on. And that is how that is controlled. It's very simple. Even split between the 2 paths. And the pitch, like I said, here's the Train Wreck. And on the clean-ish, it's very low. The drive, that is. And I'm using the master. When I press the expression forward, I get full-on master volume. Because that's my favorite lead sound, is cranking the master, cranking some compression, because this the compressor also pushes up a little bit. The combination of those 2 things is how I get my lead sound for virtually all my presets. That's great. Now here's what's happening with the IR on the top. We've got a Bad Cat 3A. When we go to crunchy, we still have a Bad Cat 3A. You know, the low cut changes because we want a little bit more bottom end response on the clean, but then we wanted to sort of get a little bit less as you go up. And then when you get up to the top, there's something over here on my tripod that's in the way all the time. It's getting annoying. I keep hitting it. Now when we go to the heavy, because of the IR select, we've selected the Marshall 1960 V3A. And that is a great rock sounding cabinet, 412 by 3 Sigma Audio. Now there's a delay up on top. On the bottom, there's a reverb. And that doesn't change at all. It's the same through all of the snapshots. And the cabinet does change from a high watt 5A, which is on the first two, and then to a 3A for the heavy. It's good stuff. The bottom amp is the Voltage Queen. I don't know what that is. Couldn't tell you. I think Vibro King makes sense, but it doesn't have the right controls because I owned a Vibro King. I bought one of the first year when they came out in 1994, and great amp. But the first year of those amps had a flaw. It had the tube that was the reverb tube, I believe, or the tremolo tube, one of the two. It would vibrate to the point of causing crazy whistling. And unless the tube was brand new that day, you couldn't really do any recording with it because it was just made insane noises. And it drove me crazy. Why is my shot out of my shot? There, we can fix that. Yeah, so love the Vibro King, but I don't know, I had troubles with it. I would later, when my car Imperial went down during the recording of the big album that I made in 2005, I had to send actually I didn't send the amp back, or did I? I think I might have shipped it to Raleigh to Steve Carr to actually have him fix it, and I think he did. He put a new main capacitor in it, which is a big ass capacitor, not like anything I'd ever seen before. Giant metal tube capacitor. So he put a new one in, and it was great, but it took a couple of weeks, so we had to rent a Vibro King from SIR in Los Angeles, and that filled in very nicely for the car and added some extra dimension to some of the songs that we were recording at the time. And so, you know, the Car Imperial and the Vibro King are my two favorite amps of all time. Love them. All right, and when we go forward on the, this is on the cleanish snapshot. Why is that like that? Boo, boo. Mr. Cat is over here fucking around. You know, it should be. This should be 2.4 as well. I don't know why that is not like that. And this should be 3.0. And this should be 5.8. Oh, I didn't do that. Anyway. Would you like to hear them? Let me get a guitar. We'll go back to the cleanish snapshot. Mr. Cat's just lounging on my Boogie 112 over here. Like he owns the place. Jeez. there you go, everybody. Oh, good stuff. This will be up on my website. I couldn't tell you when, so you may want to email me to get it. I will email this to my my web guy, and because I still haven't figured out how to post stuff myself. It's been a busy weekish, so what are you gonna do? But yeah, you can email me. I'll send it to you. It uses a bunch of IRs, and some of the IRs do some switching, meaning I've snapshot enabled the IR select, so it'll go between the Marshall 1960V and say a Bad Cat. So you can have on the cleanish and the crunchy, you get a really cool sort of a 90s matchless-y kind of crunch or clean vibe. And then when you go to the heavy, it goes over to the Marshall and to a high watt. And then you get the, you know, the big stuff. I like it. So I'll be back tomorrow with what? Name that riff. It's Wednesday tomorrow. Good stuff. So I'll see you then. And until then, rock on.